Good evening. And yes, we are ahead of the game. We want you to know in advance how this community feels about the rezoning of the area that was the Virginia School for the Deaf and Blind. Hampton is my home. I was raised in that neighborhood. Every year, my aunt, who is now 96, went to the School for the Deaf and Blind. Every year they had a reunion. I remember going there with her. It means a lot to me. The rezoning of this land will have a negative impact on that community. I believe that anything that's not a positive impact is by design set up to help to destroy the community. There's nothing that beneficial to this community, the already existing community, that this warehouse district will contribute. Let me see, I already said that part. Let me go on. It's a lot to me. I definitely believe that not only elected, but appointed officials should work in partnership with residents, especially when there's a proposal from an outside developer to change the environment of a long-standing residential black community into a warehouse district. We're already dealing with the Pembroke Avenue warehouse district. How many warehouses is this community supposed to have to be able to handle? And this is brought on by our own city officials. This country has a history of placing undesirable business environments in black neighborhoods. And it appears that our city officials are following suit in the city of Hampton. That's unfortunate. By undesirable, I mean, do you want it in your community? Do you want it in your backyard? Do you want it at your back door? We don't either. So please don't tell us by planting some trees. We've been told this, that it's going to do something for the noise and the air pollution and the traffic patterns that are going to change that environment altogether. There's no way that the traffic and the air and the smell and the noise is not going to be negatively impactful for this community. Yeah, I got something else here too. The other part of this is that it appears that we were under a sneak attack. We were not involved in the process or the planning or consulted in a way prior to the rezoning. Because when the rezoning took place, when the strategic plan changed, it opened the door for an agency like North Point to come in. It was cracking the door open, and they're walking right in. And we're saying that we want it to remain a low-density residential community. That is what we want it to be, for us and not to us. No to the rezoning. No, no, no.
The next speaker is Aaron Weaver. Oh, I'm sorry, Nancy Williams is next. I'm sorry.
Good afternoon, honorable members of the Hampton Planning Commission. My name is Nancy Williams, and I live on Gloucester Street, less than 2,000 feet from the property line of the Schools for the Deaf and Blind. The Phoenix industrial proposal for 700 Shell Road in Hampton, located in Census Tract 120, is an environmental justice disaster about to happen. This project is a very bad idea. We do need environmental justice in this community. We need the fair treatment of people of all races, cultures, incomes, and educational levels with respect to the development and enforcement of environmental laws, regulations, and policies. Fair treatment implies that no population should be forced to shoulder a disproportionate share of exposure to the negative effects of pollution due to lack of political or economic strength. We've gone through this many years. The site of the former school for the deaf and blind is being proposed for industrial reuse in spite of being zone R13 residential. The State Black Caucus, led by Senator Mary Christian, was instrumental in the site being disposed to Hampton City. Many focus groups were held beginning in 2009 before it was acquired. And I'm sure a lot of you participated in it. And it was to determine what the reuse opportunities were. Millions of taxpayer dollars have been spent on this site, and numerous meetings have been held in planning a positive outcome for our community. We need to live with whatever the results are. We live with it. By switching to the proposal of industrial rezoning for an existing residential community, the community is becoming more endangered, including our homes, the environment, and the residents. We need your help to help create a positive outcome for our community. We appeal to you for that. Spot zoning would be the strategy that would be used here, and from my understanding, spot zoning is illegal. Same as the first case you heard. The intersection of 664 and Aberdeen at Pembroke Avenue is already congested. Adding 400+ tractor trailers and 400+ cars will cause the air to be polluted, causing increased asthma, COPD, and other respiratory challenges in the surrounding residential community. We have no idea of who's coming to this site. It's a build it and they will come. So that means we have no idea of who's going to be there or what's going to happen.
Ms. Williams, are you almost at the end? Okay, thank you.
In all of the past planning discussions that I participated in, and many in Hampton, it was always very clearly stated that industrial uses were not desirable or supported on the south side of Pembroke Avenue. The south side of Pembroke is commercial with shops, stores, gas stations, etc. They are neighborhood serving uses. This is not neighborhood serving. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you for coming.
The last speaker I have on the list is Aaron Weaver.
Hello, everybody. As was stated, my name is Aaron Weaver. I come for a couple of reasons, as was stated already. I wanted to see everybody's faces and get to know the process as well. In terms of the property at 750, that's what's now owned by Economic Development. And as was said, in 2016, they had a meeting, and it was stated in the newspaper that none of the residents had any concerns. Everybody was for it. And again, with just these people being seen right here and more, we did not know anything about it. And I lived there for 36 years plus. So we understand exactly what's going on in terms of that. In terms of this, we are hitting it from the front because we don't want anybody speaking for us, the community. We want this community to flourish, thrive. We want the project 750, especially that's owned by the city. We would like that to go, if the city would like to sell that to property, to make that into a home community, not anything industrial. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that the community wants to be informed. We had ideas already back in that time period. We have more. We're willing to help in any way we can. And I just want to let you all know that. And before it even comes up, because again, we shouldn't have to keep coming back here for these type of things every fire type drills. That should not be the case, and we will willing to work with the city and fix this place, our place, because again, the Virginia State School Deaf and Blind is near and dear to all of us. We want to help the city. We want exactly what we stated in things. We will help in any way we can. We will come to anybody we can. We will all be reaching out to each one of you as well. And that's pretty much it. I wanted to keep you all save your time, so I'll end here. And I just thank you all for your time and hearing us out. We will be back for more, and we will not let go of this, and we will help in any way that we can. Thank you all.
Is there anyone else? Anything else? I'm sorry?
You said anyone else? I fall in that category.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Claude Van III, I'll make this very brief. My concerns are for the citizens that live in the area. That's number one. Number two, as we saw earlier today, how uses can change with the first case that came up. And that can be very concerning because someone might be pitched a certain use of this property. In 10, 15 years from now, it changes. So that was very interesting and certainly educational for me. Then my final point is how this will impact people in Aberdeen Gardens, which is 2-3 miles down the road from where the school is located or the land is located. So I wanted to see what impact that would have on the community members in Aberdeen. And the final thing is what has been stated is we want to get ahead of the power curve on this thing so we understand all the ramifications of what is taking place. We learned a whole lot about how this process works with the Planning Commission, and it was an educational experience for me. So thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.
Very good. Anyone else? I would